Hi, I'm back. Kaiju Canuck is back. It's been a while since I posted anything to my YouTube channel. And the reason for that is that a lot of good stuff has been going on in my personal life. My wife and I made the decision to start trying for a child and start growing our family, and now we're expecting our first daughter this Christmas. I've been promoted at work, which has kept me busy, but things have been really good. And I've also been trying to take some time to improve my physical health, which was not good at the end of the pandemic, but we're in good shape and we're heading in the right direction now. With all that going on, I've decided that I would like to return to content creation and to return to it in a relatively consistent pace. On YouTube, I've been posting a combination of general action figure collecting trends, issues, things like that. And on the platform formerly known as Twitter, I've been posting a lot of things, aggregating a lot of information around kaiju and Godzilla collectibles. And that's where I intend to stay. That's going to be my niche. I want to talk about kaiju stuff, Godzilla stuff, but I also want to talk about news that's going on in the action figure community and in the hobby, because all of that does tend to kind of ripple out and affect Godzilla stuff. You know, I'd love to talk about the Super 7 stuff. I have some stuff from Mondo as well. NECA, Haya. I even have a couple of monster arts, even though I'm afraid to touch all of them. But getting back to the idea that I've been posting stuff on YouTube that's different from the platform formerly known as Twitter. Moving forward, I do intend to post on both platforms. And the reason for that is that visibility on X.com seems to be at least a little bit better than YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel where I posted gameplay clips for years. And unless the algorithm picks you up, you just don't get any visibility. Like on YouTube, you have to post a clickbait title with an interesting thumbnail for a chance that somebody might see it. Whereas on X.com, I've posted clips from interviews with full caption, full descriptions, no clickbait, on topics that nobody should care about. And X tells me that 100, 200, 300 people are watching these. Now, because Elon doesn't tell us anything, we can't assume that a view on Twitter is equivalent to a view on YouTube. On YouTube, you have to watch a certain amount of the video for it to count as a view. Whereas on X.com, I imagine it's just, if this video shows up on someone's feed, we're going to count it as a view. That being said, the fact that the stuff I post on X.com gets onto the feeds of hundreds of people, that's already better than the YouTube algorithm. So I think it's a no-brainer to post on both platforms at once, and that's what I intend to do. If previous trends are to go by, the YouTube content will fall into obscurity, but X might pick it up. In terms of what I intend to post, again, I want to keep the kaiju stuff, because that's the stuff I care the most about, but I'm going to post about action figure stuff as well. If you're familiar with the content I've been posting on YouTube previously, it's been a narration over some recorded gameplay of Dead by Daylight, which is a game that I like and I play it often. That style of video is not going to move forward. The reason for that is because I don't like reading from scripts. Like, when I was making those videos, I would write out a script to make sure everything was worded very carefully and, diplomatically, and to sound professional. But it's not me. Like, when I'm public speaking, I'm waving my arms around. Like, I really get into and I get a feel for the content that I'm talking about. And those previous videos just don't really speak to who I am. And I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice continuing in that format. Like, at the time that you're seeing this video, I've already made 2 videos in this format that feel really good to me and feel much more natural. And so I think it's a win-win for everyone to continue in this kind of format. That being said, I do intend to do some streams on YouTube, maybe Twitch. I haven't really figured it out yet. Probably YouTube, where I'm hoping that folks can just come out and we can chill and we can talk casually about what's going on with general action figure trends or what's the latest in kaiju news. I think the trigger for all of this was that there was some really big things happening in terms of action figure collecting, like NECA's $300 sewer lair, and the fact that Hasbro put out a HasLab for Giant Man at a really reasonable price. In 2023, if you had to guess between NECA or Hasbro who was putting out a more affordable, large-scale project, who would you have picked? Be honest. But discussions like that have ripple effects into the kaiju collecting community as well. So I will do my part to separate out the content depending on what you're here for. I'll try to use some visual cues to make it clear when I'm talking about something that's action figure related or something that's kaiju related. You should be able to tell from the videos that I have coming out in the next week or so. And I'm hoping to do my first live stream within the next week or 2. Trying to get a nice webcam from Amazon has been a complete nightmare. That's all I wanted to say. I'm back. I'm going to be putting out some content. I hope you'll come check it out. And I hope that when I get to streaming that you'll come hang out and we can talk about toys and Godzilla and all things awesome. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.